Everything you need to know about Oscars 2021. The 93rd Academy Awards ceremony, presented by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS, will honor the best films released between January 1, 2020, and February 28, 2021. It is scheduled to take place in Los Angeles, at both the Dolby Theatre and Union Station, on April 25, 2021, 2 months later than originally planned, due to the impact of the pandemic on cinema. The nominations were announced on March 15, 2021. Awards. Best Picture. The Father, David Parfit, Jean-Louis Levy, and Philippe Carcassonne. Judas and the Black Messiah, Shaka King, Charles D. King, and Ryan Coogler. Mank, Corn Chaffin, Eric Roth, and Douglas Urbanski. Minari, Christina O. Nomadland, Frances McDormand, Peter Spears, Molly Asher, Dan Javey, and Chloe Zhao. Promising Young Woman, Ben Browning, Ashley Fox, Emerald Fennell, and Josie McNamara. Sound of Metal, Burt Hammerlinek and Sacha Ben Harosh. The Trial of the Chicago 7, Mark Platt and Stuart Besser. Best Director. Lee Isaac Chung, Minari. Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman. David Fincher, Mank. Thomas Vinterberg, Another Round. Chloe Zhao, Nomadland. Best Actor. Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal as Reuben Stone. Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as Levy Green. Anthony Hopkins, The Father is Anthony. Gary Oldman, Mank as Herman J. Mankiewicz. Stephen Yeun, Minari as Jacob Yi. Best Actress. Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as Ma Rainey. Andra Day, The United States vs. Billie Holiday Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman as Martha Weiss. Frances McDormand, Nomadland as Fern. Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman as Cassandra Cassie Thomas. Best Supporting Actor. Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7 as Abby Hoffman. Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah as Fred Hampton. Leslie Odom Jr. One Night in Miami as Sam Cooke. Paul Raci, Sound of Metal as Joe. Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah as William Bill O'Neill. Best Supporting Actress. Maria Bakalova, Borat subsequent movie film, Delivery of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan as Tutar Sagdiyev. Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy as Bonnie Mamor Vance. Olivia Colman, The Father is Anne. Amanda Seyfried, Mank as Marion Davies. Yun Yu Young, Minari as Soon Ya. Best Original Screenplay. Judas and the Black Messiah, Screenplay by Wilburson and Shaka King. Story by Wilburson, Shaka King, Keith Lucas and Kenny Lucas. Minari, Lee Isaac Chung. Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennell. Sound of Metal, Screenplay by Darius Marder and Abraham Marder. Story by Darius Marder and Derek Cianfrance. The Trial of the Chicago 7 Aaron Sorkin. Best Adapted Screenplay. Borat subsequent movie film, Delivery of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for Make Benefit Once Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, Screenplay by Sacha Baron. The Father, Christopher Hampton and Florian Zeller, based on the play by Zeller. Nomadland, Chloe Zhao, based on the book by Jessica Bruder. One Night in Miami, Kemp Powers, based on his play. The White Tiger, Raman Barani, based on the novel by Arvind Adiga. Best Animated Feature Film. Onward, Dan Scanlon and Corey Ray. Over the Moon, Glenn Keane, Genny Rin, and Palin Chu. A Shaun the Sheep Movie, Farmageddon, Richard Phelan, Will Becker, and Paul Cooley. Soul, Pete Docter and Dana Murray. Wolfwalkers, Tom Moore, Ross Stewart, Paul Young, and Stefan Rowlands. Best International Feature Film. Another Round, Denmark, in Danish, directed by Thomas Vinterberg. Better Days, Hong Kong, in Mandarin, directed by Derek Sang. Collective, Romania, in Romanian, directed by Alexander Nanau. The Man Who Sold His Skin, Tunisia, in Arabic, directed by Kayother Ben Hania. Quo Vadis, Aida. Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Bosnian, directed by Jasmila Zabanic. Best Documentary Feature. Collective, Alexander Nanau and Bianca Wana. Crip Camp, Nicole Newnham, Jim Lebrecht and Sarah Boulder. The Mole Agent, Mite Alberdi and Marcella Santibornez. My Octopus Teacher, Pippa Ehrlich, James Reed and Craig Foster. Time, Garrett Bradley, Lauren Domino and Kellen Quinn. Best Documentary Short Subject. Colette, Anthony Giacchino and Alice Doyard. A Concerto is a Conversation, Ben Proudfoot and Chris Bowers. Do Not Split, Anders Hammer and Charlotte Cook. Hunger Ward, Sky Fitzgerald and Michael Schuerman. A Love Song for Latasha, Sophia Nahali Allison and Janice Duncan. Best Live Action Short Film. Feeling Through, Doug Rowland and Susan Ruzhensky. The Letter Room, Elvira Lind and Sophia Sondervan. The Present, Farah Nabulsi. Two Distant Strangers, Trevon Free and Martin Desmond Rowe. White Eye, Toma Shushan and Shira Hockman. Best Animated Short Film. Burrow, Madeline Sharafian and Michael Cap Barat. Genius Loci, Adrian Merigo and Amory Ovies. If Anything Happens I Love You, Will McCormick and Michael Govia. Opera, Eric O. Yes People, Slee Darry Haldorson and Arnar Gunnarsson. Best Production Design. The Father, Production Design, Peter Francis, Set Decoration, Kathy Featherston. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Production Design, Mark Ricker. Set Decoration, Karen O'Hara and Diana Sroughton. Mank, Production Design, Donald Graham Burt. Set Decoration, Jan Pascal. News of the World, Production Design, David Crank. Set Decoration, Elizabeth Keenan. Tenet, Production Design, Nathan Crowley. Set Decoration, Kathy Lucas. Best Cinematography. Judas and the Black Messiah, Sean Bobbitt. Mank, Eric Messerschmidt. Nomadland, Joshua James Richards. News of the World, Darius Wolski. The Trial of the Chicago 7 Pheidon Papamichael. Best Costume Design. Emma, Alexandra Byrne. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anne Roth. Mank, Trish Somerville. Mulan, Bina Dajala. Pinocchio, Massimo Cantini Parini. Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Emma, Marez Langen, Laura Allen, and Claudia Stolzer. Hillbilly Elegy, Erin Kruger McCash, Patricia Dehaney, Matthew Mungle. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Matiki Anoff, Mia Neal, Larry M. Cherry. Mank, Kimberly Spiteri, Gigi Williams. Pinocchio, Dalia Colley, Mark Coulier, Francesco Pegoretti. Best Original Score. Terence Blanchard, Da Five Bloods. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Mank. Emile Mosseri, Minari. James Newton Howard, News of the World. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and John Batiste, Soul. Best Original Song. Fight for You, from Judas and the Black Messiah, music by H.E.R. and Ernst Emil II. Lyric by H.E.R. and Tiara Thomas. Hear My Voice, from The Trial of the Chicago 7, music by Daniel Pemberton. Lyric by Daniel Pemberton and Celeste Waite. Husavik, My Hometown, from Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, music and lyric by Savan Kotecha, Fat Max GSUS and Rickard Goranson. IOC, Scene, from The Life Ahead, music by Diane Warren, lyric by Diane Warren and Laura Pausini. Speak Now, from One Night in Miami, music and lyric by Leslie Odom Jr. and Sam Ashworth. Best Sound. Greyhound, Warren Shaw, Michael Minkler, Bo Borders and David Wyman. Mank, Ren Kleiss, Jeremy Millard, David Parker, Nathan Nance and Drew Coonan. News of the World, Oliver Tarney, Mike Prestwood Smith, William Miller and John Pritchett. Soul, Ren Kleiss, Coyer Elliott and David Parker. Sound of Metal, Nicholas Becker, Jamie Baksh, Michelle Kutelenk, Carlos Cortez and Philip Blad. Best Film Editing. The Father, Yorgos Lamprinos. Nomadland, Chloe Zhao. Promising Young Woman, Frederic Thorevel. Sound of Metal, Mikkel E.G. Nielsen. The Trial of the Chicago 7, Alan Baumgarten. Best Visual Effects. Love and Monsters, Matt Sloan, Genevieve Camilleri, Matt Everett and Brian Cox. The Midnight Sky, Matthew Casimir, Christopher Lauren, Max Solomon and David Watkins. Mulan, Sean Faden, Anders Langlands, Seth Morey and Stephen Ingram. The one and only Ivan, Nick Davis, Greg Fisher, Ben Jones and Santiago Colomo Martinez. Tenet, Andrew Jackson, David Lee, Andrew Lockley and Scott Fisher. Background. The Academy announced in June 2020 that it was postponing the ceremony from its originally scheduled date of February 28, 2021, to April 25 due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on cinema, thereby extending the eligibility period for feature films through to February 28, 2021. The eligibility criteria had already been modified to account for films originally intended to have a theatrical release but which were ultimately released directly to video. It marks the fourth time that the Academy Awards have been postponed, and the first time since the sixth Academy Awards that films released in 2 different calendar years will be eligible for award consideration in the same ceremony. Ceremony information. During its Board of Governors meeting on April 28, 2020, the Academy voted to consolidate the Best Sound Mixing and Best Sound Editing category into a single Best Sound category, reducing the total number of categories to 23. The sound branch had raised concerns that the 2 categories had too much overlap in scope. The rules for Best Original Score now require that a film's score include a minimum of 60% original music, and franchise films and sequels must have a minimum of 80% new music. For the first time, preliminary voting for Best International Feature Film will also be open to all voting members of the Academy. As part of the Academy's environmental initiatives, the distribution of physical and hard copy items such as screener copies, screenplays, and music CDs will be discontinued after the 93rd Academy Awards. Screeners will be served solely through the members-only Academy Screening Room streaming service going forward. On December 8, 2020, Jesse Collins, Stacey Sher, and Steven Soderbergh were named the producers of the ceremony. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for YouTube gods to bless the algorithm. Bye.